Mental health when it comes to man is something that barely anyone talks about. And just like every other person on earth, I've been through, not the easiest times out there. Some dark times and sad times in my life. And the times I've failed in life, whether it was exams or other things, there is so many different days and so many different situations where that happened in. And it's okay to be sad and go through hardships. They're all part of the test. And the Prophet alayhi salam, may peace and blessings be upon him, who is the best man to have ever walked on the face of this earth, has gone through hardships. He went through, the hardest years and times of his life, from his beloved wife dying, from his granddad, his uncle dying. Everyone who was close to him at one point started to die. And he went through a lot of physical and mental pain as well. And bear in mind that he was the best man to have ever walked on the face of this earth. When Allah loves someone, He tests them in their lives. And as a man, I think you have much more on your plate in general, especially with Muslim men. I've personally seen how hard they work and how they care for their families while still trying to stay away from haram out there. And all of these things take a lot of effort, a lot of concentration, a lot of consistency, a lot of anxiety is built through that. And again, I'm still very young and I haven't been through some of the hard experiences as other people have, but I'm only talking about from my personal experience. I had it easier than most people, I'd like to believe, from what I've seen at least. But one thing that really helped me when I was anxious and stressed is to go back to the Quran, spend time listening to Islamic speeches, and then hitting the gym, swimming, working out harder than ever. As a man, I genuinely think that working out helps so much with that stress, like physically doing something, lifting up something heavy, going for a run, going for sprints, going for all of that, swimming. And I'm not even joking, like, guys, I was never a strong person as a child. When it came to physical stuff, I was never brought up in a way where I did like jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing. I was always pretty weak, like physically, my whole life, shorter than everyone else, weighted less than everyone else. And I was pretty okay / I guess decent at some sports like swimming and stuff like that. I was okay at these sports, but I wasn't great overall. But the moment I started to work out, I realized how much it actually helps with your mental health. And eating the good food, eating the food that really does help you, and not all of that rubbish outside like fast food every other day, getting a good night's sleep, staying away from social media, reading some books, spending time outside with nature, going to the masjid, praying, and just sitting there and relaxing. These are things that really help me during times where I felt like I burnt out, and when I went through difficulties and hardships. And sometimes you just feel like you're alone and you're the only person that understands your pain, but in reality a lot of people are going through suffering, and the only way is that you go back to Allah Azza wa Jal. And if you look at the Quran or any of the stories of every prophet, and again, I can only really talk about my personal experience because this is how I deal with hard times, and I've seen other brothers as well who's gone through difficulties as well. But alhamdulillah, every time you go through hardships, it allows you to come back stronger. In fact, much stronger. Like, trust me guys, like when I say to you, trust me guys, after hardship the easy time will come. It's just a cycle that believers go through. So anyone who's watching this and is going through a hard time, come and speak to me inshallah, and if I'm free I'll be able to reply, and I'll try to do whatever I can. But again guys, you need to sit down and think, like, strategically. At the end of the day, to get rid of your sadness and depression and anxiety, and whether you're broke, whether you're going through hardship, it could be anything that's bringing you sadness and whatnot, you need to think clearly, sit down with a pen and paper and find out how to actually escape the situation that you're in. Take responsibility for your actions, pray and make lots and lots of duah, and then move on. Work harder than ever. Like, literally, setbacks are there to make you grow stronger and to give you a reality check, so you can literally get up and grind crazily, literally just grind, break the cycle. And honestly, good food, sleep and water and working out, making sure you're getting your vitamins and all of that stuff, being out there in the sun will truly help you, especially as a man. And you want to again stay away from social media, especially during your hard times, because you're obviously going to see things that are not necessarily true. Most people on social media are showing you the good times and the good days, but not the bad moments. So let go of all of that, start to read books, start to become a better version of yourself, and you will see that all of this is going to honestly start to pay off. And again, from my personal experience, I feel like all of this works, so give it a go. But anyway guys, I ask Allah to make your affairs easy for you and to allow us all to be guided to the true path and to be from the people who are able to work harder and smarter than anyone else. And other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Take care, inshallah ta'ala. And yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.